What's going on, yo? What's going on? What's going on, yo? What's going on? So we got a new 15 about to pop up in a little bit. Those just join the stream. We have not entered this trade. This is just a trade idea. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal and free Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Like always, you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at your charts, drop them in the chat. But yeah, we went live at 4 a.m. today instead of 3 a.m. because, again, we got 2 news events later on today. I looked at the charts. Stock price was choppy. So, not every time, want to have like a boring stream or live, so I was like, might as well wait an hour, see if we're gonna get some more action going into 4 a.m. And we do have some price retracements that I do like, so we are gonna like always look for a possible setup. But if I don't see anything I like, I'm just gonna wait till New York session like usual. Make sure like the lives, y'all hop up in here, y'all subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. So GJ is doing what we expected though. Again, it's retracing because again, like we talked about all last week, we had a reversal and then we also caught nice buys at the beginning of the week, Monday and Tuesday. So like we was talking about, we want to see if we can maintain this level as support because again, if we just go back into time, last month, well not last month, was it last month? Yeah, July. We're still in August, right? Because this is how last month started. We was attempting to make a new higher high, right? This was July 7th. And then after we had tried to hold this low as support, that's why we was arranging all last month. Then we had that reversal on August 1st on that Friday, right? And then after that rejection, price reversed back up, kind of like what we saw right here, right off the same exact level. And then we pushed back up to the support level here, which is when we went for the buys Monday and Tuesday. And then we caught those buys, as you can see, Monday and Tuesday, catching that higher high. Also caught some nice buys on Wednesday. And then we caught that entire wick up yesterday. And now we have price right back where we left off yesterday, which is normal because, again, we got a nice retracement. Price ended red yesterday. We got another retracement taking place right now. So, again, if we can maintain these levels of support, we can see a new higher high get made today and tomorrow. Well, tomorrow is fucking the weekend, so today and next week, going into next week. But we're still looking for buys regardless, as long as we can respect the whole 198.55 support. But right now, we're going to be looking for the exact same buy setup that we talked about in yesterday's live. Remember, yesterday's live was talking about buys here at 199.15. We look for buys going to 199.65. And then as you can see, price broke about 199.65. And the same exact buy setup we talked about on Wednesday's live stream. Remember, it's got a nice setup right here. GU also, we talked about this setup yesterday. It did not play out until, as you can see, Tokyo session last night though, but price did a nice move yesterday. Did not take that setup, had this trade idea, but again, it would have been different if it took the setup during New York session. I was on the charts last night because I already took nice wins. It's different. Only time I really go trace Tokyo session is if it was a super slow London or New York session. I didn't take any setups, so I took an L. Then I'll go to Tokyo session and look for a setup. But yeah, so I didn't take that GJ setup, but I do like how it's looking. So again, on Wednesday, we caught this higher high. Then price retested this level yesterday, retraced. Then last night it maintained holding that support. So we're going to be looking to see if a new higher high can get made here today as well. So we're going to be looking for buys on GU also, right? So again, as long as we can maintain 35.25 as support, 35.30 as support, we're going to be looking for buys. So from that point, we're going to be looking to see if price can break above. Whoops, I grabbed the wrong thing. We're going to be looking to see if price can break above 35.65 and hold that as support again. And then we're going to be looking for buys going back up to the highs here at 35.90. All right, y'all. So we got some setups. If y'all was in the live yesterday, we took a US30 setup and then ended up taking a GJ setup later on. That US30 setup that we took yesterday, we hit TP1, barely missed TP2, then price reversed. And then in New York price watch list, I told the member students we could look for buys here, going back up to where we initially went for buys at. And then look what price eventually did. Push back up. And then we can see here, volume kicked in. And then all last night Tokyo session, price literally flew, did the exact move we was looking for, thus making new all-time highs for US30, like we was talking about, we was going to see happen after NAS and SPX made all-time highs, right? So for today, we're not messing with US30. We'll go back to that next week. But for the rest of the week, we're not trading US30. All right, because again, we're not going to be trading when prices making new levels, because again, there's nothing we can base our decisions off of. We'll literally just be guessing at that point. All right, but as we can see here again, gold's literally just been ranging here literally all week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, yesterday, today. So the game plan is still the same. So again, like I said earlier in the Telegram, we have not two holidays, well, technically, but we got two news events popping up today. We got 8:30 USD news, then 7 a.m. USD news. Going to be going live with the members of students during 8:30. I said 7 a.m., 10 a.m. We're going to be going live with the members of students at 8:30. It's going to be 7 a.m. for me on the West Coast, but 10 a.m. EST. And then we have news at 10 a.m., 30 minutes after New York Open. So when we're looking for a sub here, like I always talk about, we don't see anything between now and 6 a.m. I'm just going to literally wait till these two news events play out, and then we'll go from there, right? Because again, it's just like yesterday, right? Took that US30 setup, got wicked out, waited until after the 8:30 news to go for a setup, right? Then after 8:30, waited for the New York Open. After the New York Open, like y'all can see right here, is when we took that setup. So I'm going to show that really quick. So let's put this back on GJ. So we're watching GU and GJ for buys right now. Again, we're going to look to see if GJ can hold 199.15 as support. And then we're going to look to see if GU can break above and hold 35.65 as support. Make sure to like the live, y'all, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We're almost at 3,800 subscribers. We can get to that easily. But we're about to break this down in a second. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well, y'all. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram playmaker_way, TikTok _playmakerway_. And shout out to those that was in the TikTok live yesterday or has been in any of the TikTok lives this week. And if they are not in the TikTok lives, again, the TikTok lives are not like the YouTube London session lives, right? The London session lives, like right now, yes, we answer questions and break things down, but we're mainly looking for setups. The London session lives are mainly me showing y'all with the real estate side of trading, looking for setups, waiting for confirmations, the patience, the waiting, and most importantly, how every day we do the same thing, but every day is different. You get what I'm saying? But the TikTok lives, we're breaking trades down, we're breaking out how to read the charts, and we're going super, super, super depth and detail, right? So if you're not tuning into those TikTok lives during New York session, y'all are missing out. Got a new 15 about to pop up in a little bit. Again, y'all, if you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When I'm looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. I'm interested what the news plays out and does today, especially because we got 2 news events. Sometimes 10 a.m. news doesn't do anything. Sometimes we see both 8:30 and 10 a.m. news bring volume in, or sometimes we just see one of them shoot volume into the market. So it's gonna be interesting to see what price does. But like I said, really interested to see if we're gonna see a gold setup to end the week off, or is gold just gonna be chilling here all week? That's gonna be interesting. So we do on the short term now have lower lows getting made. So I definitely am leaning more towards sells, especially we could hold 33.26 as resistance. We can see short term sells here from this low at 33.45, but I still much rather wait to see how price reacts right here. All right, so we got GJ touching this level, so let's see if we can maintain and hold that level as support, and then GU is still kind of just chilling right now. Those just joining the stream, we have not into this trade yet. This is just a trade idea. We have not into this trade yet. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link. Check it out for yourselves. Again, if you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. We're just chilling and patiently waiting right now. If y'all was in the live yesterday, we talked about this exact GJ setup. Ended up playing out perfectly. We also talked about this GU setup, but ended up rejecting the tracing. Was looking for buys here yesterday. If y'all went for buys during the London session, you could have caught this buy setup. And then at 6 a.m., you see price retrace. The news started. That's when price retraced back down to this level. That again on Tuesday and Wednesday, we blew through, right? Because again, we saw if we would just go back into the free Telegram, right? And we just go back down memory lane, up memory lane, right? So you can see here on the 12th, we had hit the final TP on GJ. Oops, Telegram bugging out, right? We hit the final TP on GJ, and then this is what GU looked like, right? Because we hit TP7 on GU. We hit the top of the zone, we rejected. We never broke past it at the final TP. Right, and we can see that right here. Then that rest of New York session, we're going to Tokyo session, price consolidated. And then right at London session open, 3 a.m., that's when the volume came in and blew through that level, right? And like we were talking about during the TikTok lives, or if you got your copy of the price action technical analysis playbook, what do we always talk about? What do we always talk about? I got to get that screenshot. Well, y'all be in the TikTok lives, y'all know what I'm talking about. Or if you got the playbook, you know what I'm talking about. But I got to get a better screenshot of the book on hand. But actually, is this the one? Is this the one? Oh, I do have a picture. Right, so this is the rules of the uptrend, right? In order for the uptrend to continue, we need to break past the previous high, which is a new higher high, looking for the below. And we also have to respect the support level the higher level is resting on. So again, the resistance level turned into support. Price broke through that resistance level, but never turned it into support, right? So then that's what happened last night. We're going to turn to support. Now we're pushing back up. And that's also what we see on the bigger scale, right? We broke this level, retraced, turned to support. So we can break this next level here. We can see a new higher high get made today, which is what we're going to be looking for. All right, new 15 just popped up. Appreciate those that like the live. Make sure to like and subscribe, y'all. Let's see if we can maintain this low ass support right here. All right, new 15 about to pop up. We see our price is on this level reacting. Let's see if we can hold it. We're going to game plan is the same as yesterday. If we hold 199.15 as support, we're going to look for highs, go back up to 199.65. Also, back up to the highs right here. And as long as we maintain 198.50, 198.55 support, we're still bullish, and I'm still looking for the high. I can just see goals pushing down. So again, like I said, we could have took this trade, but it's all good. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we're looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. And again, y'all, this is why I like to wait for the retest confirmations or don't tap or breakout trade. Because imagine we just took a trade because price touched this level without waiting to see if it could hold our support. We get an unnecessary drawdown and a potential risk of a stop loss getting hit. Again, y'all, we got Euro holidays today, and then we have 8:30 USD news and 10 a.m. USD news. So if I don't see anything the next 30 minutes, I'm just going to personally wait till after the news plays out and look for some setups. We'll be going live with the members of students later on today in a few hours during the 8:30 news. Change bias after, I don't know what BCC stands for, but the game plan is still the same, right? We talked about this yesterday and on Wednesday, right? We caught these buys. We broke the highs to the left. Retracement is due, but we're still looking for buys nonetheless, GJ. Just like how yesterday when price retraced, if you didn't go see yesterday's live, this was a full red candlestick like this, and we took buys and we rode the wick all the way to it was green, and then it retraced and closed red. So we're still looking for buys as long as we can maintain the whole 199.50, 198.55 as support. But this is why we wait for the retest confirmations, because we can have a game plan, but that doesn't mean price is ready to make that move just yet. Even yesterday, right, was looking for buys here. Price rejected, then price rejected. But then when New York session started, 8:30 news yesterday, price pushed to the upside. Right, so we're just gonna let GJ do his thing right there. And then there's no rush to take any trades or setups. We're up for the week. We're up for the month. You know, we're going absolutely crazy. If you did not hit the first link in the description, join free streaming free Telegram, make sure to do that. Also dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to check out the playlist. All playlists are up to date. But we caught nice moves yesterday. We caught a nice 1 to 5, 1 to 4 on Wednesday. Tuesday, we caught a nice 143 pip move, 33 pip move, nice 1 to 4 on that as well. And then this was Monday. Caught a nice 1 to 2. As far as last week, we went 6-0. The week before that, we went 5-1. So that's how we're doing so far this month. Last month, we went 17-2. Quarter 2, as you can see by scrolling to July 2nd, 52-6. It was a 90% win rate. So again, it's that simple. It's like we talked about yesterday. We know what our game plan is. We stick to the game plan. We just wait to see if our confirmations are met. If they're met, we take a setup. If not, we just wait until they're met. All right, so we're going to see what happens during a New York session. Again, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, y'all. Y'all see it scrolling through all of y'all screens. Instagram, playmaker_way, TikTok, _playmakerway_. Y'all want to contact me directly, I can DM me on there or Telegram. I respond to all messages. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody's been live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody's been live since y'all joined. So again, GJ didn't meet our confirmation, so I am just going to let GJ do his thing, as well as the other charts. And then I'm come back on the charts later on. Like I said, we're going to be going live for the 8:30 news. So let's see what the 8:30 news does, then the 10 a.m. news, and then we're going to be looking for some setups after that.